Today is June 23rd. Welcome to Big Book Daily. My name is Rob. I am an alcoholic. It is a thrill, honor, and joy to be here with you today as we journey through the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous and the 12 Steps and 12 Traditions. Today at the Big Book, we are going to continue our journey through Two Employers by reading pages 145 through 147. We are not doing the personal stories today. I got a little ahead of myself the other day, and I think tomorrow we pick those back up. And out of the 12 and 12, we are going to begin tradition number 11 by reading page 179. Almost done with the 12 and 12 already, and the Big Book. For the second go around, at least for the Big Book, it's crazy. I hope you all are doing well this morning. Today is another beautiful, hot day, but hey, we've been given a brand new set of 24 hours, a clean slate. And no matter what we might have done wrong yesterday, we can take that knowledge today and turn it into a positive. To be better for those we love. So that's always a good thing. We're alive today. And hopefully we're sober today. And if not, here's a brand new opportunity to make one of the best decisions of your entire life. But anyways, let's go ahead and get to the good stuff. All right, we are on page 145 of Two Employers. And I'll just jump right into it since it's a little bit more reading this morning. In this connection, can you remain undisturbed if the man proceeds to tell you shocking things? He may, for example, reveal that he has padded his expense account, or that he has planned to take your best customers away from you. In fact, he may say almost anything if he has accepted our solution, which, as you know, demands rigorous honesty. Can you charge this off as you would a bad account and start fresh with him? If he owes you money, you may wish to make terms. If he speaks of his home situation, you can undoubtedly make helpful suggestions. Can he talk frankly with you, so long as he does not bear witness tales or criticize his associates? With this kind of employee, such an attitude will command undying loyalty. The greatest enemy of alcoholics are resentment, jealousy, envy, frustration, and fear. Wherever men are gathered together in business, there will be rivalries and, arising out of these, a certain amount of office politics. Sometimes we alcoholics have an idea that people are trying to pull us down. Often this is not so at all. But sometimes our drinking will be used politically. One instance comes to mind in which a malicious individual was always making friendly little jokes about an alcoholic's drinking exploits. In this way, he was slyly carrying tales. In another case, an alcoholic was sent to a hospital for treatment. Only a few knew of it at first, but within a short time, it was billboarded throughout the entire community. Naturally, this sort of thing decreased the man's chance of recovery. The employer can many times protect the victim from this kind of talk. The employer cannot play favorites, but he can always defend a man from needless provocation and unfair criticism. As a class, alcoholics are energetic people. They work hard and they play hard. Your man should be on his mettle to make good. Being somewhat weakened and faced with physical and mental readjustment to a life which knows no alcohol, he may overdo. You may have to curb his desire to work 16 hours a day. You may need to encourage him to play once in a while. He may wish to do a lot for other alcoholics, and something of the sort may come up during business hours. A reasonable amount of latitude will be helpful. This work is necessary to maintain the sobriety. After your man has gone along without drinking for a few months, you may be able to make use of his services with other employees who are giving you the alcoholic runaround. Provided, of course, that they are willing to have a third party in the picture. An alcoholic who is recovered, but holds a relatively unimportant job, can talk to a man with a better position. Being on a radically different basis of life, he will never take advantage of the situation. Your man may be trusted. Long experience with alcoholic excuses naturally arouses suspicion. When his wife next calls saying that he is sick, you might jump to the conclusion that he is drunk. If he is and still is trying to recover, he will tell you about it even if it means the loss of his job. For he knows that he must be honest if he would live at all. He will appreciate knowing that you are not bothering your head about him. and that you are not suspicious, nor are you trying to run his life so that he will be shielded from temptation to drink. If he is conscientiously following the program of recovery, he can go anywhere your business may call him. In case he does stumble, even once, you will have to decide whether to let him go. If you are sure that he doesn't mean business, there is no doubt you should discharge him. If, on the contrary, you are sure that he is doing his utmost, you may wish to give him another chance, but you should feel under no obligation to keep him on, for your obligation has been well discharged already. There's another thing you might wish to do. If your organization is a large one, your junior executives might be provided with this book. You might let them know that you have no quarrel with the alcoholics of your organization. These juniors are often in a difficult position. Men under them are frequently their friends. So, for one reason or another, they cover these men, hoping matters will take a turn for the better. They often jeopardize their own positions by trying to help serious drinkers who should have been fired long ago, or else given an opportunity to get well. After reading this book, a junior executive can go to such a man and say approximately this: "Look here, Ed, do you want to stop drinking or not? You put me on the spot every time you get drunk. It isn't fair to me or the firm. I've been learning something about alcoholism. If you're an alcoholic, you're a mighty sick man. You act like one. The firm wants to help you to get over it. And if you're interested, there is a way out. If you take it, your past will be forgotten, and the fact that you went away for treatment will not be mentioned. But if you cannot or will not stop drinking, I think you ought to resign." All right, some great stuff there, guys. We will move on over to the 12 and 12. Okay, we are moving on to tradition number 11. And I apologize, I guess I forgot to change the page number. We're not on page 179, we're on page 180. So again, this is tradition number 11. Our public relations policy is based on attraction rather than promotion. We need always maintain personal anonymity at the level of press, radio, and films. Without its legions of well-wishers, AA could never have grown as it has. Throughout the world, immense and favorable publicity of every description has been the principal means of bringing alcoholics into our fellowship. In AA offices, clubs, and homes, telephones ring constantly. One voice says, "I read a piece in the newspaper." Another, "We heard a radio program." And still another, "We saw a moving picture." Or, "We saw something about AA on television." It is no exaggeration to say that half of AA's membership has been led to us through channels like these. The inquiring voices are not all alcoholics or their families. Doctors read medical papers about Alcoholics Anonymous and call for more information. Clergymen see articles in their church journals and also make inquiries. Employers learn that great corporations have set their approval upon us and wish to discover what can be done about alcoholism in their own firms. Therefore, a great responsibility fell upon us to develop the best possible public relations policy for Alcoholics Anonymous. Through many painful experiences, we think that we have arrived at what the policy ought to be. It is the opposite in many ways of usual promotional practice. We found that we had to rely upon the principle of attraction rather than promotion. All right, my friends, so that's going to conclude our reading for today. Attraction rather than promotion, in a general sense, that means so much to me. When I first came into the rooms, I wanted to hang around the people that had joy and didn't take themselves too seriously. And although they were very friendly, they didn't push anything on me necessarily, that I had to believe the higher power that they believed in, or that I had to do exactly what they do. But I saw that they had a certain peace in them, and I wanted that. So I started hanging around these people. I started to ask them questions, and again, their sobriety attracted me, but they never forced anything on me. Much like in this sense, the traditions, by promoting ourselves via the radio or anything like that, things can get complicated. If we break anonymity at a public level or something like that, it could really damage the AA name, especially if we go back out and relapse or whatever, and it's a big old audience, or we get other people involved. It can just get messy. So I guess I understand attraction rather than promotion on a personal level and also on a group level with Alcoholics Anonymous completely. Anyways, my friends, that's all we have time for today. I hope you all have a great day. As always, I don't speak on behalf of AA or NA. That's kind of why I say that. Kind of talking about, the podcast is just like radio, right? I try not to promote the show. I don't have a social media page for this podcast or anything like that. The only thing that I have is the email. And that's really just an outlet for listeners to share their experience, strength, and hope. And I also realized that too, whether I stop on July 1st or January 1st with the podcast, this was never supposed to be about me. This is me carrying the message. I hope that this show grows organically, and I hope that it helps somebody out there. But at the same time, it is not my motive to grow the show and to make it huge at all. I just want to read the books and talk about my experience, strength, and hope. And then hopefully, if somebody out there would like to reach out, you can share yours as well. Here's another opportunity to do that. I'll be honest with you, because I don't know who's listening or anything like that. Sometimes I'm curious, but my main concern is to carry the message and plant the seeds, not see if there's a harvest. That's not my job. But I know who grows the seed, so I put my faith in him. But anyways, guys, that's all we have for today. I hope you have a great day. If you're sober today, you are a miracle. And I'm sure that those who love you are very proud of you. If we are given another set of 24 hours, I sincerely look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow.